Okay, so Alapapa Matthew Ma'afolo Timaloa, and I am the Regional Support Advisor Pasifika for the Northern Region. It's a departmental motivational tool developed in 2014, run both inside the prison as well as out in the community. A 6-hour program can be broken down into 2-hour slots, so 3 times. It's a tool designed to allow our paihere, or the people we work with, to try and understand their Pasifika heritage as such. Look at the different worldviews that they have. From what I mean by worldviews, traditional versus the modern. Easiest way of thinking about how our parents were raised in comparison to what is going on today. It's like knowing where you're from. And one of the questions we ask our paihere is that, who are you? I am the son of. I am the grandson of. The great-grandson of. So knowing where we come from, we ask a question about footprints, your lineage, and to understand the journey our families have taken to be here, in a place where our culture can be kind of diluted through modern society, to remind them of who they are so that they can make better decisions. Understanding our values as Pasifika, which can be tested amongst modern society. At the end of the day, we are different from others, but that makes it New Zealand such a wonderful place. Mixed cultures. We're talking about values and beliefs and some of that learned behavior that's actually gotten them into trouble. And many either forgotten that pathway, and for some, they've never been exposed to that prior through their circumstances. So it's just to allow them to explore that. For a lot of our PI paihere, it's about planting that seed. Hence why it's a motivational tool. We are getting them to actually think twice or start that process of reflection in order for them to, hey, what I'm doing that got me here, is it really who I am? And understanding that no, like I said earlier, they are the son of, the grandson of, the great-grandson of. Seeing that aha moment where they're starting to realize why my parents act this particular way, or why my wife, who is non-Pasifika, thinks this way. Or if they're non-Pasifika, and sometimes we do, who are married into a Pasifika family, so that's why they're so like this. And that highlights, and then from there, they go on to address those other needs that's got them to come and work with us as far as paihere is concerned. It's the learned behavior versus their belief it's part of their culture. And the fact that their lack of understanding, or if they've actually turned their back on the culture. So the way we see things is that, one, are they traditionally raised and they've turned their back on that because it's too hard, which happens, or are they traditionally raised yet living in this modern society? So some of the conflict comes from not realizing those behaviors are not acceptable. Or are they modern raised and have no idea what tradition looks like? So those are some of the things that we're seeing most often. And the fact that violence is not part of our culture. You know, we often talk about wha'aloalo, respect, alofa, love, and that it takes a village. It's all about the ainga, family, working together. And many have actually been disconnected from their family. So just reaching back and reconnecting them with their family is important. I would say alcohol-related offences and drug-related for the youth, for the younger, which leads to domestic violence, leads to robbery. So it's just, those are the most common from what I'm seeing. It varies as such. It varies, but what we're seeing is an increase in the young, the youth, as the years go by, which is reflected by the stats at the moment. A sense of sense of belonging. That's who I am. And then from there, they will go on to be motivated to go on and address their offending need, whether it be an anger management program, whether it be a alcohol-related program, reconnecting if that's the case, reconnecting with their family if they've been disconnected somewhat, asking about their family history through talanoa with their grandmother, their mum, having those type of conversations, going on to getting their license so they can get a job and provide for their family, engaging with their kids a little bit more and seeing what that really is all about, as well as learning up their language for many, going out to other providers and taking on the free courses, pursuing that aspect. So this is just a stepping stone for them to go on to point them in the right direction, I suppose. Hey, for us, it's planting the seed. That's pretty much it. Planting the seed so they will just have that aha moment and be motivated to do something well. So when it comes to if they're in custody, then we have the Saili Matangi, which addresses violence within the family, a very successful 26-week program at Spring Hill for many of our violent offenders. From there, we also connect them with Pasifika community service providers as such. For example, the whanau order or wraparound service will be the Fono or Whanua Ola, okay, comes to mind. You also have South Seas Otara Healthcare Trust, who have a gambling program which is offered to our paihere that we work with. So a few just to mention. Every region or every district will have a connection or a relationship with the local service providers, and from there they'll just connect with them. They are the son of someone. They're the grandson of someone and the great-grandson. Same thing where they are the daughter of. So they're more than just that particular group that they like to represent. This is a marathon life. You just need to get through the youth period and learn the lessons there, because at the end of the day you will have kids. So what do you want for them? Look after our women, because they will pass on the stories because they live longer. Just one of those things. Respect the people around you, because Pasifika is all about alofa, whaaroalo, and ainga, in other words, relationships. Alcohol is, just how do you better yourself? Figure it out. You're not alone. You're not alone as far as trying to answer those questions. And because there's so many options out there, we can get confused. But to remind them, I suppose that faith comes a long way. There's a reason why our grandmothers and grandfathers are involved in church. It's because it's part of us, faith. So those who seem to have faith seem to do things better when it comes to troubles within their life as such. So I'm New Zealand born, here and raised, Richmond Rovers, Mount Number Grammar, yet I am also mindful that I am the son of Mafola So'alo Timaloa. Paftai.
No.